Oh, Alex just dropped a video. What's going on, everybody? You know, recently, I've been getting this question a lot. Alex, where do you get your information from?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's split. That's split right there.
You know, but seriously though, like I've been in cryptocurrency for 5 years, guys. Been through the trials and tribulations, you know, did this through trial and error. And I decided to make this channel for you guys so that you don't have to go through the same pitfalls I did. And trust me, cryptocurrency is full of pitfalls. Actually, you know, the more you do, the less you make. That's one of my mottos. Regardless of all that, we're here to 1,000x your cryptocurrency, right?
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
And I had a confliction, right? I had a real confliction when making this video, right? Two choices. The first route I could have gone is, you know, just kind of giving you a whole bunch of coins, giving you, you know, 5 to 10 picks that I randomly chose in 5 minutes, like most cryptocurrency YouTubers do. Or I could have sat there and really put together a presentation for you so that you can actually learn how to pick your own 1,000x cryptocurrencies, guys. You know, I decided to go the second way. You know what they say, right? You can, you know, give a man a fish or you could teach him to fish. This video right here, I hope to actually teach you how to research these cryptocurrencies in extreme depth, so that you can pick your own cryptocurrencies and do it over and over again, and you can adapt it, right? I'm not the smartest person in the world. Make it your own, right? Put your own principles, your own investing principles into this video. That being said, this is gonna be a very detailed and lengthy cryptocurrency finding video. We're gonna be using fundamental analysis, a little bit of technical analysis. And again, guys, I can't, you know, I'm not gonna stress this enough. I am going to be diving in great depth.
Put some more. Put some more.
Okay, guys, sit back, get a cup of coffee, get some water, pull out a piece of paper, get your pencil out, take notes. I'm serious, take notes, because you're gonna learn a lot in this video right here. I wanted to make this one a serious masterpiece. If you enjoy my content, if you like what I put out, if you like the value I bring to these cryptocurrency videos, and I don't try to make it boring, guys. I try to make it as fun and entertaining as I possibly can. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. If you're a cryptocurrency YouTuber, chances are I am working harder than you. That's a fact.
Bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
I just got done, you know, running 10 miles to make this video right here. Okay, so let's jump into the video. So guys, there's 10 things we're gonna be looking at in great detail. First, let me kind of just go to coinmarketcap.com so we can start from the beginning. Again, like I said, guys, pull out your notepad, pull out a, you know, you write it on your computer or something like that, because we're gonna be diving into details and there's no way you're gonna be able to remember this. Of course, come back, watch this video again if you have to, but we're gonna be finding some 1,000x cryptocurrencies in real time. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it step by step. So the first thing here, as you can see this list, now keep in mind, guys, this is not gonna be, I mean, I could talk about this subject for 20 hours. If I really wanted to, I can make a video on this subject for, you know, 2 to 5 10-hour seminars if I wanted to. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to keep it, you know, as it's not gonna be super simple, it's gonna be detailed, but I'm gonna try to keep it as, you know, dumbed down as possible. And then, you know, if you guys wanna learn further, go ahead, join my private group, okay? We talk about it all the time. I also have a course that's in the works. I know some of you have been waiting for the course. Sorry, I'm pushing the deadlines back. That's for a reason, guys. I'm really putting in effort to make this a masterpiece course. You guys see what you're getting for free on YouTube. Imagine what you can get, you know, paying a small fee. So I'm diving into that, making sure it gets done the right way the first time, like you should be doing it. And another announcement I wanna make really quickly is that I've had like hundreds of people ask me, Alex, hey, I want to get you on the phone. Let's have a one-on-one, consultation call. And obviously I only have a limited amount of time during the day to do that. So I decided to kind of give you the option to give me a call personally. It's not going to be a representative. It's not going to be assistant or salesperson or something like that. It's going to be me on my cell phone number. Just go ahead, schedule a call below. The link is in description, as well as all my other links and everything like that. We can talk, me and you, about your goals, needs, if you have any problems with cryptocurrency, if you want to learn how to make more money, whatever questions you need solved, go ahead, set up that consultation call. All right, so the first one, read the white paper. I know that might sound dumb, but I'm going to teach you guys how to read the white paper, because I know it's intimidating, right? A lot of people watching this video, they're not going to be technically savvy. So let's just first, I'm not going to pick a top 100 coin. I'm just going to come here and I'm going to try to just go to the depths of CoinMarketCap.com. We're going to just go deep here. Okay, we're going to go deep. Okay, it's going to be scary, but we're going to go deep. Next. Okay, I'm just going to pick a random one. Okay, I'm going to pick a random one here, and it's going to be, I don't even know, man. Pay fuel. Cool. Hopefully they have a white paper, or they're going to look really bad in this video. So let's go to their website, number 204 on CoinMarketCap.com. Okay, we're going to be talking about the websites too, so that's part of that list. I don't know if you guys saw it, it's part of the list, but we're going to look at the white paper really quickly, just so I can show you guys how to analyze it, because you don't have to read the whole thing, right? You just have to know the general concepts. Of course, please read the Bitcoin white paper if you haven't already read the Bitcoin white paper. Please read it, okay? Stop this video. If you haven't read the Bitcoin white paper, please go read it. It's the first white paper of all white papers, and that's where we're deriving the value of these, these white papers from, okay? So let me just first come over here. So the first thing you want to look at is kind of what the overall gist of the cryptocurrency is. I'm not going to read this for the sake of time. This is going to be a lengthy video, hence why I said to pull out your notes. Okay, so it's a gaming cryptocurrency, right? We're doing this by creating a platform that allows developers to earn funding by integrating Payful into their games and allowing players to mine PLF. Okay, crypto tokens just by playing. Players can do this. Okay, so they're playing games, they're mining crypto tokens. Cool. It's not the first, cryptocurrency, gaming token, right? So what I would do, okay, it says right here, it literally says for developers, for players. So I would read everything I can understand. So the first part, the overview, you obviously want to read. Market opportunities, sometimes they have unique sales propositions. You want to read this stuff here. That's the important stuff that you could probably understand, okay? When it gets to technical jargon, you can skim it if you want to. If you know technicalities, go ahead, of course, read it. The more is the better, always. The more you do is obviously going to reap more rewards. But if it gets crazy, you don't understand it, you don't have to kill yourself. Just simply read and understand what it is. So read the first parts. Another important part here is the token distribution. So what I would be doing is I would be going to 5, seeing the tokens, how they I'm going to dive in more detail about the fundamental analysis for the remainder of this video, of course. But you want to look at, where their tokens are going, of course, too. See, right here, ER20 token, the standard utility, they're not even telling you where it's going. But I would figure out those main points. And we're going to dive into more specifics throughout this video to where you can look at the white paper in more detail. But go through it, right? Understand the overview, go to the conclusion, read the conclusion a couple of times, right? Exactly what they're trying to do, see their overall gist so that you can research this properly. Guys, when I research a cryptocurrency, it's in a specific way, okay? So I set these up specifically so that you can go from point A, to Z, and it kind of increases your knowledge. So how it basically works is that I'll tell you guys right now, and I always say it in my videos, 99% of all cryptocurrencies are straight up just complete scams. It's just the truth. I know it's hard for me to come on here and say something like that, being I'm in the cryptocurrency place, but it's funny money, guys. There's projects that are pretty certified, in the top 100. And it's not to say that somebody from, 200 or 300 can come up, hence the 1000X, right? That's why you can cherry pick them. But most of them, are bad. So this process is going to save your time as well. What I'm doing here exactly is I'm doing little minute details that's basically weeding out all the scams or the projects that have no chance to make it. That's what you want to do. There's specifically reasons why I want to do it. So if we're looking here, right, and this, for example, when we're reading the white paper, we figure out that it's trying to beat Ethereum. Okay, guys, are you going to waste your time, right? Nobody's going to probably beat Ethereum. If there's going to be a coin that beats Ethereum, it's going to be a top 10 coin like Cardano or something like that, or Neo. It's not going to be, a 400 coin. It's just not possible. They have way too many developers on Ethereum. They're just doing way too many things, right? So I wouldn't even waste my time. Like I said, how it works is that you can weed out hundreds of coins. And that's the point. We're not just picking one coin here. You're picking a lot of different coins to compare and contrast, right? You could weed out hundreds of coins by going through the first part. So don't skip around, start going to extreme, depth when we're looking at the competitor's ecosystem and the coin economics. Don't go into that yet. Let's weed out the scams so we can save you time, right? Work hard, but also work smart, right? So again, read the white paper, understand what it is, and make sure like the competitors haven't already taken over this industry, right? We're not going to see another, World Computer, guys. We're not going to see another one, from 400 to 500, maybe if they do something extremely fundamental. But I'm trying to save you time here. There's no way you can go through 4,000 or 5,000 cryptocurrencies. There's just no way. So I'm just trying to save you time here. So understand what they're doing. Read the intro, the outro, and understand the main parts, right? If it gets into technical jargon, just get away. Don't worry about it. Don't get discouraged. You can go back into more detail later when you start realizing that this coin is probably going to be a sleeper. It's something you want to buy, right? An undervalued altcoin to 1000x. Okay, so that's the obvious one that I'm pretty sure a lot of you know. Okay, so the second part is going to be analyzing the social media. Okay, this is really important because it's weeding out all the bad projects again. Now, the first place I usually go really quickly, and CoinMarketCap.com has listed, all the coins and their market caps and everything. But you can simply go to CoinGecko.com and they'll tell you how many, subscribers, Reddit subscribers, Telegram users, Facebook likes, Twitter followers, right? They literally tell you how many there are. And what that basically does, there's no way to really compare. But if you did want to compare, if you want to compare it to Bitcoin or XRP, you could literally go to the front page there and you can see how many subscribers these people have or followers, right? All you have to do is go to CoinGecko.com, click social. You click social right there, and you can literally see, and I believe XRP is one of the biggest communities. Look, almost 1 million Twitter followers, 135,000 Facebook likes, and then 285,000 Reddit subscribers. And also, guys, I'm going to show you exactly how to make sure that these are real. Okay, so that's part of this social media thing. And again, guys, I dove into extreme detail with my course. This is kind of an overview. Kind of take it as for what it is. I'm not trying to discourage you because there's a lot of valuable information here. But if you do want to dive a little bit deeper, join my private group. Ask around. I'm dropping the course soon. Look out for it. So yeah, just look at the Facebook likes, and we're gonna dive a little bit deeper. So you find your coin, right? So if we're looking at Playfuel, what is it, PLF or something like that? I'm just gonna type in the name. If we're looking at this coin, I just go to CoinGecko, and some of them are not gonna be there, and that's a bad sign. You wanna make sure they're on, yeah, it's here. Okay, so it's ranked pretty far down, but if I click it, you wanna make sure that they just don't have zero. Easy way, to weed out the scams. If the scams have no following, like, don't waste your time. Basically, just look for the coin, make sure they have some type of following. You can compare it to other coins in their niche to see if they have a bigger following, right? Now, of course, I'm not gonna do it in real time. It's gonna take way too long. But again, compare it to the big coins, compare it to XRP, see where they stand, right? When it comes to followers, right? Compare them to the coins in the same niche. So if you're looking at a gaming coin, for example, you want to compare it with other prominent gaming coins. If they have the same exact type of community, then you're like, okay, wow, this might be an undervalued coin compared to the price. And there's going to be a lot of comparison in this, right? Because we're looking at the top altcoins, we're looking at what already works, and we're just kind of reverse engineering to make sure that the coin you're picking is you're not going to lose your money, right? That's the whole point of this. 1000xing is extremely risky, guys. Like, and it's funny because I come into cryptocurrency. And, I make so ridiculous returns. And this is like a little off topic. I make ridiculous returns. And then I got all these people, right, that I made money. Like, for example, recently, I told people to get into ICX and, stake on it. That was like 2 months ago. Guess what? I turned $70 into like $360. And I told people in my group chat the other day, if we go to CoinMarketCap, I can even pull it up in my group chat. The other day, I literally told people in my group chat to get Kyber Network. I just want to show you really quickly, guys. Look at my group chat. You can see me in there. The green, it says, guys, Kyber Network is going on Coinbase Pro. I'm buying some now. Let me just scroll. You can see it's February 19th right there. And then if I come over here, let's go to February 19th. And I purchased a pretty big amount. This is February 19th right here. So look at the graph. Look at how much it went up. I told them. And it's gone up like 70, 80%. So I'm making people all these money. And this, again, this is not financial advice. It's opinionated. I just simply go in the group chat and say, hey, I'm buying Kyber Network. Maybe you guys should get it too if you wanted to. I'll say something like that. And, people making money, right? But some people are just so greedy in cryptocurrency. Guys, stop being greedy. Like, stop, like, just dumb it down a little bit, right? Because be a little bit safer. Of course, this video is titled 1000x cryptocurrency, and I'm gonna show you like what I've done in the past to get these types of returns, but just be patient. You don't wanna take your money and split it amongst, 100 different cryptocurrencies, hoping one is gonna moon, right? That's not the way to go. You wanna keep it as simple as possible. I don't hold more than 10 cryptocurrencies at a time. And that's a lot, being that I've been in cryptocurrency for 5 years. So just keep that in mind when in this whole investment strategy, guys. Don't go all in on a coin, okay? And it's funny because I say that, the cursing and stuff, but it's true. Don't go all in on any of this. Very high risk stuff. Just want to keep that disclaimer because I know a lot of like cryptocurrency YouTubers are out there like, man, wow, like it's crazy the type of content they make, just to get views and subscribers. It's almost insane what they will say about cryptocurrencies, and some of them picking like 16 cryptos in one video. It's like, whoa, don't pick 16 cryptos. I mean, you might be able to do it, but dang, pick a top 3. There's too many options. Stop. Over diversification is going to kill your portfolio. All right, done with the ranting. So yeah, we got the social media. You guys, looked at CoinGecko to see exactly how many, at least like, don't go with the 0 Facebook likes, guys. Don't go with the 86 Twitter followers, right? Once you see that, up, on to the next coin. Save your time. Okay, now let's check the quality of the cryptocurrencies. Okay, so I call this the 1% rule. So let's go, let me show you what I'm talking about, for example. So let's go to, and this is a really good example because it's pretty fake. So like if we go to something like Chainlink, right? Everybody knows what Chainlink is, been doing phenomenal lately. By the way, I told people to get into Chainlink like 3 months ago. That boomed. Obviously, you see that great chart there. So, if you go to their social media platform, so let me just kind of go to their website and then we'll go to their social media. It's really interesting. So let me click, like, for example, let's just go to their Twitter, and you can do this for every social media account. I'm obviously not going to do it for the length of this video. It's going to be way too ridiculous, but look, they only have 45K followers. So as soon as you see that, right, and then you see something like, for example, Tron, right? Tron has Justin Sun, and they also have like a regular, social media, but I would just say to look at, Justin Sun's, because that's going to be their best social media. A person's always going to be better than a foundation because people can relate. If CoinMarketCap wants to work with me here, just type it in again. If we compare and contrast, I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's pretty crazy. And this is gonna give you a red flag, and this is why I don't hold that much Tron. But if we come to Tron here, we go to the website, and let's get his Twitter account up. Let's see. Okay, Justin Sun's Twitter. You can see, right? It's funny. 45K followers. So 1% of 45K is what, like 450. So we looking for 450 retweets, comments, likes, all of them added up. Okay, so clearly they're killing 450. Clearly, okay, clearly they're killing it. They're overdoing it. Their engagement's at like 10%, but that's what is that? That's a pin tweet, so that doesn't count. So look right here, they're doubling 450. They're like at 3% engagement rate. I call it a 1% rule because in cryptocurrency, it's a little bit different. So being that I have a marketing background, I used to look at, companies and stuff, and I can tell if they're fake, if they have like less than 5% engagement. But cryptocurrency is tech, and technology is a little bit more boring. So being that tech is a little bit boring, I call it the 1% rule. And you can see they're just dominating the 1% rule. With every post they put out, they're dominating it. That's real. That is real followers. Okay, so take all this stuff into consideration when you're researching your cryptocurrency. We go to Justin Sun, okay? Look, his pin tweet doesn't even hit, okay, 1% of 2 million is like what, 20,000? Let me just do the calculation. Clearly, and that's nothing to you, Justin Sun, but clearly they're fake. 20,000. Clearly, that's a pinned message. Maybe he just pinned it, whatever. Look at that. And you can do this for any social media. Just remember the 1% rule will tell you if their followers are fake. Now, obviously, not only are the followers fake, and it shows that they don't have as big as an organization as we think, but that's just bad practice. That's bad, man. I think that's disingenuous. If I was to build a social media, I'm not going to buy YouTube subscribers. one, that makes you look bad to people that actually know. And keep in mind, like a lot of these smart guys know who's BSing or not, right? And they're not going to be your partner if you're BSing all the time. Not only that, but also it gives you false hope, right? As an organization, thinking that you're hot, but it's not the case. That's not the case at all. It makes you lazy, straight up. It makes you lazy, right? It makes you not want to actually work for it. So that's a big red flag. A little bit of lying here going on. Okay, this is a good one here. That's a good one, but not even close to 20,000. He doesn't have 2 million followers, guys. He does not have 2 million followers. And you can do this with any cryptocurrency. So just remember, 1% rule. A couple of other things to look out for is how frequent they're posting. If they're posting one time a day, that's a good sign. If they're posting one time a month, that's a horrible sign. The quality of their posts, right? How much effort are they putting to crafting these posts? If it's on Twitter, is it something unique, or they're just like, oh, cool, this. And it's just, you could tell a quality post from a non-quality post as you look more and more, right? A lot of different variables. Those are some of the variables that I usually kind of look into to kind of weed out the bad ones from the good ones, right? So you got the social media there. We're still only on number 2. So let's kind of move on from social media. So you got the social media there. Now we're going to be looking at the website traffic and the design. So let's go to a website first so I can show you what a good website looks like. So if we go to apple.com, obviously they're going to have, a phenomenal website. Look how fast the page loads. And this was a good one for me during the ICO phase. So when I was in ICO, man, people were scamming. They were making an ICO, just putting together a website in a week, putting together this little thing, these false kind of partners and owners, and they would literally blatantly lie to sell their token. And you could almost always tell if they lied by their website. How much effort did they put into their website? Was it nice or was it bad, right? So you could look at the same thing here. If we go to chainlink.com, I don't even know if that's the website or not. Yeah, see, that's the website. You can see it clearly looks like a high quality website. Let me show you a bad example so you guys see what I'm talking about. Let's go to website. And again, guys, you can apply this to any cryptocurrency. It's going to work across the board. It's going to be evergreen. It's going to work forever. Look how bad their website is. Look, blurry photo, trash, trash, trash. No, horrible. What is that? Do you really control your house with one of those horrible interfaces? Trash. They probably have no working product. If I saw this, I would immediately move on. Immediately. Buttons, trash. Someone put this together in 2 hours. I would never invest a penny into this project, guys. I would never invest a penny into this project. So you get what I'm talking about, right? We go to, for example, XRP, phenomenal website, clean. It gives you the right, feeling, right? Exactly. Look at that. Look at that. Look at these cool animations. And the animations are not doing too much either. They're very simple, right? That's what we're looking for. Very simple. They put it together clean. Great artists. They're not doing too much, right? That's what you want to look for in a website. Other things you want to look for, there's a couple of parts, right? So the website needs to have, there's basically, I guess you can say, real estate on a website. Being at a website is kind of like your brick and mortar, quote unquote, right? So there's kind of real estate that's more valuable than others, right? So like if you guys notice, when you go into Publix or a supermarket, you almost every single time go to the right, correct? Ask yourself that question. Any supermarket you want, you go to the right. When it comes to food, you go to the right, and there's a reason for that. It tricks our psychology to buy more stuff. Basically puts us in a maze. It's hard to explain, but same thing with a website, right? So some good spots is above the fold. So XRP could have done better by putting a call to action above the fold. They kind of have one here on the right, but that's its own bracket. So this is probably the most prime real estate. So putting contact us was a good move. Okay, that was a good move. Other prime real estate is the top left, obviously the top bar. And then above the fold is anything that you don't have to scroll down. You see it immediately. Okay, there's a couple examples of prime real estate. Make sure they have something there to capture the customer, right? They have all this, traffic coming to their website. Make sure they're actually turning them into something, right? Notice here, request chain link. Above the fold, you see a nice little graphic that kind of explains immediately, another call to action. Being that Chainlink, their customers, and when you're looking at this stuff, their most prominent call to action and the most, the best real estate there is, and the best real estate there is request a chain link. Okay, so as a business owner, I can request a chain link immediately in one click. So if it takes 9 clicks to get to someone's product, Big no-no. Less clicks the better. This is all gonna make sense what I'm talking about, right? All this stuff is gonna add to the credibility. You could write it down, rate it, right? Rate it. Be like, okay, is this a 10 out of 10 versus a 1 out of 10, right? Rate the different websites of the cryptocurrencies you chose, right? Literally make a list of like 50. Start off with like 50 of them and then just start crossing off the list so we can find the 1000x cryptocurrency, right? So, okay, so let's move on, right? So you got the website, the design. Okay, I told you guys the main points of a website, how it's supposed to look, how it's supposed to feel. Of course, you want to make sure the website has developer information and how quality is the information compared to like something like Ethereum, where they have basically an encyclopedia on their website. How good is, you know, the information on the website? How clear and concise is it, right? Do they have a video that explains it? All these things you want to look out for, right? You want to look, and how good is the video too? Some people click a video and it's like a little cutesy, you know, 10 seconds vid. No, we're looking for a video that entertains, executes, just like the video I do here, right? You know, it's the 3 E's: educate, entertain, execute. If it's too boring, people are not going to watch it. If it's too entertaining, people are not going to take you serious, right? And if they're not telling you to do anything, then what's the point of watching the video, right? You understand what I'm saying? So it has to entertain, educate, execute when you're watching a video on, you know, their website or whatever. And, you know, again, different points. You got the top of the fold. Make sure you have some quality information. Make sure the website feels good. It doesn't look like a scam, right? Now let's look at the traffic. Let's go find the traffic. So there's 2 main websites I use for traffic, and this is going to be a really good indicator. It's one of the best indicators you could possibly get because it's going to clearly show how good their marketing is, right? So I usually just type in website traffic because I always forget the names, but there's really 2 websites, and you want to use both of them because some cryptocurrencies, and I've seen it with my own eyes, will fake the traffic. That is how important traffic is, and they know it. They're going to fake the traffic. So be careful of that. So the 2 ones you want to use is SimilarWeb, and then the other one's going to be, I forget the name of it, SEMrush. Okay, so SEMrush, they're both free. They obviously have paid versions of it. Don't pay the $100, you don't need it. And you basically just take a website and literally type it in. So if we want to do Chainlink, right, just copy that, go to SimilarWeb, paste it, and then just click this. Don't just hit search because it messes up. Hit Chainlink. So we can see, you know, how many people are, you know, actually going to the Chainlink website per month. So as you can see here, monthly visits, they're getting 65,000. That's pretty good, right? And you can compare it. So like if we have like an undervalued coin, right? If there's a coin like number 500 and it's getting crazy traffic, that's a good sign. That's a good sign that they're doing something, but make sure it's real traffic. And the way you do that is by going to SEMrush as well, typing it in and making sure they're similar. They're not going to be perfect because they both gather information in different ways, but make sure they're similar, right? That's a really good way to do it, okay? Now let's look at a bad one, right? So we go to suncontract.org. Let's go to their website traffic. And sometimes it won't even come up. Big red flag. They need to have, you know, some traffic. Like, look, see, little or no data to analyze, right? Continue anyway. They literally have less than 5,000 total visits, you know, 8,000. Guys, keep in mind, you know, as a small cryptocurrency YouTuber, to my website, I'm getting potentially, you know, I would say a month, like at least 10,000 views. So if they're not getting that, you know, that's a big red flag. That means my audience is bigger than, you know, the whole entire cryptocurrencies audience, right? So just be careful of this stuff, guys. Be careful. These are all going to play into weeding out the bad cryptocurrencies. You know, if you find a cryptocurrency that has to do with gaming, right? It's on the page, you know, 5 or whatever, and it's, you know, cryptocurrency 596. And then you go to the other gaming cryptocurrency that's top 100. If the one, you know, that's 596 is similar to the other one, then, oh, snap. A lot of people are, you know, searching it. There could be, you know, an outlier here that we could have found, you know, an undervalued altcoin. And then you add that to the list of the cryptocurrencies that you want to keep researching, right? So, you know, these little things that they pass your tests, you know, then you keep researching them, you go a little bit deeper, right? So you understand what I'm saying? It's like a funnel. It's like a funnel, right? All the bad coins, you know, at the top, and then we're kind of funneling out all the bad stuff, and it's going to only push out the high quality cryptocurrencies. That's essentially what we're doing here. So use both of these tools. I'm not going to type it in, but use them both to analyze the website traffic. Obviously, there's so much more to this, but it's going to be in my course. But, you know, for the purposes of this video, let's move on. We're only on website. We got 10 more, right? So the second one is going to be, or the fourth one, sorry, is going to be the leaders. Now we have to check some credibility, and I'm going to tell you how I check the credibility of the leaders. It gets very specific. It gets extremely specific. So if we go to Chainlink here, let's look for the creators of Chainlink. Now, if you just don't want to go through all this, I mean, you go to like About Me or something, and they'll sometimes tell you. But let's go to a different cryptocurrency. We've been on Chainlink too long. Let's go to let's see Dash. Okay, so let's see who created Dash, and we're gonna check the credibility. I'm gonna show you how I check these people's credibility, right? So we go to their website, and they should have like an about me. If they don't have the about me, you can simply Google search it, and they're gonna tell you. But we're looking for an about me. See how clean the Dash website is? It's just so straightforward, right? So individuals, okay, it doesn't look like they have an about me. Okay, so we're just gonna Google search creator of Dash. Okay, right here, Evan. So all you have to simply do is you could literally click, like, guys, it's gonna be public information, right? You find them, right? And you see who they are, you see their background. Now, a couple of things to take in consideration. We're looking for blue ocean strategists. Okay, what does that mean? So basically in the world of business, there's kind of two ways you can go. You got the blue ocean strategists, and then you got the sharks. Okay, the sharks are usually competing, right? So like, for example, a saturated industry like insurance extremely saturated. It's been here for hundreds of years. The businesses that are there are basically there. You know, that's kind of like an old brick and mortar or something like that. These businesses, all they do to gain a competitive advantage and make money is that they're kind of fighting with each other. So hence they call it the, red ocean, sharks kind of biting at each other. And there's a whole book written on this. I've read it. It's called Blue Ocean Strategy. You go look it up for yourself. But those companies, we're not looking for CEOs and developers from those type of companies. We're looking for blue ocean strategists. Blue ocean strategists, basically, they create their own ocean, their own markets. They're willing to take that risk. One example of a great blue ocean strategist is Elon Musk. He literally started SpaceX, and he made it the best electric car ever made, at the same time. He is like the ultimate blue ocean strategist, right? The Steve Jobs, right? He's a blue ocean strategist. That's what we're looking for. So if you want to look a little bit more, just simply take it. Let's check credibility. We're looking for, what they did in their background. Make sure, obviously, that it's either financial related or it's, technical related. Make sure they have a strong team. And you can do this literally for every single member of their team. Just slightly go through it, get your top 10 coins, and then you go through every single member of their team, write the notes out, do whatever you have to do. So we can go to his Twitter. Okay. Maybe check some, credibility there. We don't really see anything. Doesn't have a lot of, tweets. He doesn't look like he's an active figure. That's a bad sign. Let's go back. He only has 59 tweets. That's really weird. We can go to, for example, the LinkedIn. We can see what he did in the past, right? Let's see if we can find his LinkedIn. Boom. Let's click there. Okay. He has a financial group. Doesn't really show about. So it shows so he's obviously a developer. Okay, I'm sorry, experience right here. So he was a software developer for iAcquire, okay? Software developer for Wells Fargo. That's good, right? Hence why Dash is doing so well. He was a software developer he got best of both worlds. He's been in finance and, technology at the same time. I don't even know what iAcquire is, but I bet you are looking at it, it's probably similar in some type of way. Okay, marketing and advertising. It's even good. That's even better. Business savvy experience. So that's a really good thing, right? So check these people credibility. If you find a cryptocurrency and you can't find their LinkedIn, if you can't find this, of course, Satoshi Nakamoto was anonymous, but these new cryptocurrencies coming out, man, it adds to the credibility. If they don't have a owner or somebody putting their face out there, that's going to take a big hit in my book. And there better be something else that really kind of outshines that. Right? Because if it's anonymous, man, come on. Like, that's nowadays in cryptocurrency, they do not need to be anonymous anymore. Okay, there need to be people, right? So quickly, that's how you check, these people credibility. Make sure, and you can do this with articles. You can do this all with everything. Make sure these people are solid. Make sure they're just not spilling information on the internet, because there's a lot of people doing that. They'll do anything to make money nowadays. Dive into depth in their whole team. Find their whole team and see who's working on it and see how good these people are. It's going to add. Okay, it's going to add. The more research you guys do, the better. You're going to learn a lot about cryptocurrency. I know this is hard work, and most of you don't want to watch this because it's super hard work, but this is the truth. This is what I do, okay? It just depends. You want to be the 1% or you want to be the 99% of the lazy people. It really depends, right? I'm teaching you guys how to fish, right? I don't want to just tell you the cryptocurrencies. You're never going to hold it. If I told you, top 10 cryptocurrencies, and then another one comes out of nowhere and swoops the show and it's in a couple of news articles, you guys are literally going to sell out, right? The whole point of this is so that you guys research it in such depth that you know it like the back of your hand and you can hold it through any market. This is the key, people. The less you do, the more you make. That is what cryptocurrency is all about. If you're moving in within, different coins, going to different coins, you're going to lose your money. It increases the chances of you losing. Every time you make a transaction, it increases the chances. If someone's scamming you, you doing something wrong on the blockchain, you losing your private key in a wallet, all these play into, the factor of that you might lose your money, right? You might go into a scam coin, right? The less is more. Less is always better. Less is always better. Really take this advice seriously, guys. Seriously, stop doing so much in crypto. There's just too much. All right, so let's move on here. Now, if you're looking for partners, a couple things you want to do. You want to look for strategic partners, not just money partners, right? For example, Ethereum has the Ethereum Alliance. Not only do they have money, but they have a whole bunch of people that are actually, adding to their blockchain. They're helping them develop in certain ways. You want to look for strategic alliances. Okay, so if we search, their partners, you could Google search, you can find it on their website, whatever you have to do. Make sure the article is not just lying. You should be able to find like a list of partners. So let's look, for example, like the Ethereum Alliance, right? The Ethereum Alliance is basically a whole organization that is dedicated to helping Ethereum grow, right? Alliance, and that's a really good example of like good partners, right? Their list is endless, right? How many partners are they adopting? Is it real, right? Are these partners actually publicly announcing it on their website? These are all things you could dive into because, back in the day, there's something called FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. People would literally put out, these articles that are just completely false and lying, right? So a way to kind of salvage that out is you could see, okay, did the partnership, the other person that partnered with, for example, Ethereum, are they publicly displaying it, right? Those are the things you want to look for. Okay, so this is the Ethereum Alliance. They should be able to show like a whole page of like exactly who's, we could just type in Ethereum Alliance members or something like that and find it. And like I said, you don't want to have just money partners. You want to have partners that are strategically placed, right? Like for example, Oracle partnered with Chainlink. Why? Because Chainlink's trying to solve the Oracle problem and the API problem in crypto. So he got this strategic alliance. They also have Google, one of the biggest, strategic alliances you could ever have, right? For the data part, right? Because to take data and put it into a blockchain, you need Google. Google has a monopoly on the data, right? So Ethereum Alliance members. There you go. I mean, I'm not gonna go to the website, but you could. Oh, there you go. EA members. Okay. You could see they have a ridiculous amount of members. Make sure your cryptocurrency has some type of partner. They're not just by themselves. If they don't have any partners, okay, obviously, big red flag. Look at this. They have a whole thing of partners, guys. Big red flag if they don't have any partners. And if they do, make sure they're strategic or they're adding some type of value to help them, whatever product they have, okay? So that's a good way to look at it. Write it down, write some notes down, make sure they have some partners, right? All right, so for the next part, okay, we're looking for the roadmap. Okay, so a roadmap is really important because it tells you where they're going and it also tells you how honest they are, right? So for example, let's just go CoinMarketCap.com and let's just pick like, for example, let's see their roadmap. So I'm just gonna Google search it for time's sake, but usually you should be able to find it on their website. You could even find like a software roadmap. The more detail they get with the roadmap, the better, right? And it'll actually give you some details. So a couple of things you want to look for in the roadmap. Are they over-promising and under-delivering? How long has their roadmap been out? So if it's been out for 2 years, okay, did they hit the main points of the roadmap? Or were they just lying the whole time, right? So they're just giving a 1-year roadmap. You could look for a lifetime roadmap. You could look at like a 2019. Were they just lying the whole time, right? These are things you want to look for. Or were they on point and they were actually telling the truth and they hit their points, right? How detailed is their roadmap? If it's very vague, big problem. Make sure it's detailed. Make sure they have exact solutions, exactly how they're going to solve whatever problem they're, running into. Another one, how big is their promise? If they're trying to overtake Ethereum, right? If they're trying to do something ridiculous that we know is not possible, that's a big red flag. They're over-promising. They're just building hype for no reason, which we saw a lot in ICOs, right? Look for their roadmap, right? So 2019 and beyond. There you go. Oh, that's a price prediction. Sorry. Look for their old roadmaps. You'll be able to find it. It's pretty straightforward. So just look for what I just said, kind of those 3 main points. Make sure they're not lying. Make sure they're credible. Make sure they're hitting their points. And make sure they're not over-promising, right? And then the product. So this one's really important because we can dive in actually a lot of different, specifics on this one. So when it comes to the product, there's this website I use. You can use it too. It's Crypto Miso. So basically what this is, it shows a number of commits, okay? So I want you guys to kind of understand what I'm talking about here. So when you have a developer and they're creating some type of software, being that all of cryptocurrency is virtually open source. So open source basically means the public can see it. There's a lot of more, details to open source. We're not gonna go over it for the sake of this video. And it's kind of technical. So basically commits are people that are committing to the code to change it or to help it in some type of way, right? So the more commits, obviously the better. People are committing to the code, they're trying to change it. They're actually trying to, make things, a little bit better on the blockchain, right? So you could literally see on this website here, Crypto Miso, right? You could see literally who's dominating and commits, right? You can see who's putting out. If this project has no commits, big red flag. You need developers. It even tells you how many contributors, so you can see how many developers are working on it, right? If there's just 2 developers putting 1,000 commits, that's a problem. They're clearly just kind of throwing stuff out there. Nobody can do that. 100 plus contributors on EOS. You know what that shows me? EOS has a lot of developers, which is one of the big main selling point for EOS, right? And obviously they're competing with commits too. These guys have 74 contributors. This is scary to me, the fact that they only have 16 contributors with 3,800 commits. You see what I'm trying to talk about? Find a good ratio. Make sure they have a good amount of contributors as well as a good amount of commits, right? Look for your cryptocurrency. Now that's just one aspect of the product, right? Being that the product's a blockchain and that you upgrade it. Another thing, is their product working? If they're a staking protocol, do they actually have a working product? A working product's always better than a promise every single time. That's pretty straightforward. Look for the product. What is it? Is it a wallet? Download the wallet. How well does it work? I'm not going to download it and show you, but it's very simple and self-explanatory. You guys are extremely trained in this. You have hundreds of apps on your phone. You've used thousands of interfaces. You know what a good, easy, simple interface is. Download their wallet, download their product. If you have to stake, go ahead and stake. See how simple it is and see if it works over the long run. And you'll start to develop, like write your notes down and then keep writing notes over time. You'll start to develop of understanding of their product and how effective it is, right? Like for example, like I know, like I've talked about it in my my top altcoins video or whatever. One reason I like library credits, if you haven't already known about it, you get like free library credits. I'll leave the link in the description below. You get free cryptocurrencies because they have a working product. Watch, look, I'm gonna open this. It's clean. It's working. It's a decentralized YouTube. That right there brings it a lot of value. Look, guys, like I made like 1.52K library credits for basically no reason. This place rewards you. It's crazy. Like I could literally go to like the reward section and like you're just down to follow. Like, let's see if I get it. I don't even know. You can invite people, get free library credits. You get free library credits for no reason. Daily watch. If you watch a certain amount, you get library credits. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, they have a pretty strong working product. I use the product. I can see other people using it. They have a roadmap that says they're going to drop an app, right? They're about to drop an app. That's crazy. That's crazy for the fact that they have a working decentralized YouTube already, right? And they're going to drop an app. That's a big important factor. And then another important factor about this is that it's decentralizing censorship. So YouTube has a big problem with censoring people, and Google and Twitter, these places will censor people, right? Very prominent, smart people, they will censor. So technically, cryptocurrency YouTubers be getting censored. So, being that they do here and there, right? People might go to a decentralized, platform, right? So that's kind of like a big sales proposition. Like, so what, think about that to yourself. What sales proposition does your cryptocurrency have? And does your product effectively solve that problem? Okay. Right. So that's kind of one, that's like the product side that we're looking at. How many commits, how many developers, does their product work, right? Are they over promising? Those are things you want to look at. And then we got the coin economics. This, I can talk about this for like 3 days if I wanted to, but I'm going to show you kind of the most effective techniques that I use, right? So coin economics. So for example, when I'm looking into a cryptocurrency, one of the most important things when you're looking to make money by percentage gains is the supply. The supply. I want to say that again. The supply is really important. If they can literally print coins out of thin air, that is a big centralized problem, right? If, they have control over the supply, that's a big problem. If there's too much supply, that's a big problem. All these things are problems, right? So you can find, you can compare the supply. So like, for example, it's really hard to do this, like right off the top of my head. You got to look in a little bit deeper, but I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about, like in theory and practicality. So if we're looking at, like, for example, Phantom, right? I don't even know. I know what this coin is. I just don't know exactly what it does. Let's see if I can quickly kind of compare it. This usually takes time. But like if we go to their website, let me see exactly what they are. Let's kind of do the whole analyzation really quickly, look at it. Okay, pretty clean website. nice, very simple. Okay, most advanced, fast, secure consensus for distributed networks. So, okay, built on the future it was mine, scalable, secure, fast. Okay, it's basically just they're trying to do money. That's what it looks like to me. They're just trying to be money. What are they doing different? Okay, they're just trying to be more the core of the new internet. Okay, so they're making like another Ethereum. That's essentially what they're doing. So if I'm looking at this and they have some type of way that I think they might be able to beat Ethereum or something like that, what you can do is conservatively look in CoinMarketCap.com and see exactly what compares in supply. So if I click Phantom, I know that their supply, it tells you their supply, right? So, oh man, I clicked off. Let me just go back really quickly. So if I click Phantom, it shows you right here, right? Total supply is 1 billion, 9 million, right? So, and then I'm literally just gonna go, I just count the digits sometimes because it gets confusing. So we have, 6 or 9 zeros and then a 1. Then I go to CoinMarketCap.com, we go to the top 100. And if you think that they have some type of strategic advantage, they might be able to move up the ranks, you could literally see by, circulating supply. Was that the circulating supply or the total supply? I'm sorry, you want to look at the circulating supply, not a total supply. So let's go back to CoinMarketCap.com, go to Phantom really quickly. And then, okay, so we're looking at circulating supply. So that's what you want to look for there, which is still like 9 zeros. So what is that? This is 1,000, 100,000, 800 million, so 1.8 billion. So we're looking for 1.8 billion there. I go to CoinMarketCap.com. You type in, you literally click circulating supply, being that it's big. So if it's small, then you do obviously click again, and it'll tell you the small circulating supplies. But we're looking for 1 billion. So you scroll down, and you literally look at the coins of 1 billion. So we're starting here. So it was closer to 2 billion. So I'll be looking at something like this, like basic attention token. And then you look for a coin that matches in similarity when it comes to utility, right? So, hypothetically, let's say they had a 3D decentralized world, Phantom was a 3D decentralized world or something like that. Then I can compare it to Decentraland, right? I could literally compare, okay, they have, well, I would say the Decentraland has half the supply, about half the supply. But if it had, V Systems or whatever, you can literally see that V Systems has very similar supply and it's captured, $93 million, right? You guys know how it works, right? Circulating supply divided by the market cap will give you the coin price in the future. If you want to predict the videos, watch my other videos if you want to know what I'm talking about. This is getting a little bit too long. But, if, for example, if let's go to Phantom. So Phantom only has 14 million. So you could literally say, oh, if it ever passes that coin, they have similar supplies. It could be, it can go to 93 million because of whatever reason that you found, right? And we can compare them, right? You understand what I'm saying here. This is why supplies matter the most, because you could literally see, okay, if Phantom is here and they're going to do something strategic to move up the ranks, then they could potentially have 93 million. Why? Because this coin right here that's very similar has 93 million, so I know it's possible. You understand what I'm saying? I've done this in other videos. I'm just explaining in a little bit more depth. But you can compare and contrast when it comes to supplies, and you can compare and contrast when it comes to market caps. You could literally, and you could do this for every single cryptocurrency, go throughout it and see, okay, we have, a staking coin, right? We have a staking coin that's number 500. The staking coin that's number 500 has a similar supply to Tezos. Okay, they have very similar supply to Tezos. Tezos is a top 10 cryptocurrency, and it captured $2 billion. So let's say if they captured only 1% of 2 billion, then you do the math, 2 billion times 0.01. If they only capture 0.1% of Tezos, then what will the coin's price be? And you can do predictions, right? I do this in all my price prediction videos. So that's kind of like, I guess you can say, coin economics. There's a lot more to it, of course, but that's one of the main ones to do like really quickly to get it out. Another one you want to look at is their distribution of the coins, right? So you'll see circulating supply, but who knows? What if this coin dumps, cryptocurrency? Like, for example, if you look at Chainlink, you can find it either on some of them will have it on the white paper, and then some of them will just simply have it, you have to Google it, right? So Chainlink is one of those you have to Google. So coin distribution, you just look up the coin distribution and it'll literally tell you, exactly where their coins are coming from, where they're going. Are they going to the developers? And this will give you a really good understanding of centralization, of if these people are taking advantage or not, right? I'm pretty sure they have it on this article here. I could be wrong, but they have, I've seen an article before. Let's go back and try to find it. on-chain distribution analysis of Chainlink. Glassnode is one of those websites that are really good at doing this, so definitely save it. So there you go. 35% was available during public sale, so 35% went to the people, which, by the way, I just want to keep you guys to know this, the developers can be a part of that sale. That's really important to understand because they can buy a lot of it and it'll be really centralized. So just keep that in mind. 35% was allocated to the node operator incentives. So people that make the nodes, which I plan on doing maybe in the future, you can get, make money from that. So it incentivizes the node operators to actually keep the composure of the network. 30% of the company went to support the development of Chainlink protocol. So that's a pretty hefty amount for the developers. Hopefully they do something right. But you can literally see, this is how it's going to play out in the future. So, let's say they have a circulating supply. Well, the circulating supply doesn't necessarily entail how many coins are going to be out there in 10, 20 years. You can really see exactly how the inflation plays out and make a prediction accordingly. I have the price predictor calculator in my course. It kind of does that for you automatically. But you guys can definitely put it together yourself. You just got to know basic math, right? So yeah, that's like kind of two main factors I'll look at. You can manipulate those variables in a lot of different ways. And, of course, there's a lot of different, different types of ratios that you can play with. But for the purposes of this video, let's move on. So the competitors ecosystem. So this right here is really important. So like I told you guys before, if you're trying to make another Ethereum, good luck, right? These guys are kind of beat the game out. It's going to be really hard to compete with them, right? They kind of made the new internet. Just like it's hard to compete with Google. Nobody's going to make a new search engine, right? It's pretty much over with by now. They have a monopoly. It's going to be the same thing with cryptocurrency. So this is, you can look this up. It's literally mapping the blockchain ecosystem, project ecosystem. Wherever your coin is, so is it a currency? Are they just simply trying to solve transaction speeds? Are they, developer tools? Are they going to make the next infrastructure of the internet like EOS or like Neo or like Ethereum, right? Are they making the next infrastructure? Or, are they just trying to be like a stable coin, right? For example, this right here, you have, what is it exactly? MakerDAO. Are they trying to be fintech, which is like, financial technology or decentralized finance? What category do they fit into? Okay. Remember I told you about market cap. So what you can do is you could literally take the top 5 coins in that category. Only take the top 5 because it gets crazy. So you take the top 5 in that category, right? So you literally, let's say we're doing fintech. Let's say we're doing decentralized finance. And you have a number 500 coin that has decentralized finance. You go to the top 5 decentralized finance applications. You take all the market caps, right? You take all the market caps and you add them all up and divide by 5. And it's going to give you an average market cap of the top 5. Now that average number right there, you could literally compare it to, what the market cap size of your currency is. So if it's absolutely astronomically high and it's just dominating your cryptocurrency, it's going to be harder. So for example, if the market cap of the coin that you're trying to 1000x is 0.02% of the market cap, the average market cap of the top 5, cryptocurrencies in the same ecosystem. I know this a lot, guys. I know this a lot. Here, let's just try to do it. Let's pretend. These are going to be pretend. I'm not going to dive into figuring out exactly these cryptocurrencies. So let's just do a little pretend kind of example here, because I know a lot of people are going to ask me. A lot of people talk about math and stuff. So I'm just going to go to like a weird crypto. So all right, Sense, we have this one already up. So for example, okay, let's say for example, hypothetically, Sense was a DeFi application. So I'll go to coinmarketcap.com, okay? We're going to go to, I'm just going to pick 5 randoms. Like we're just trying to do this for the purpose of this video. So we pick 5 randoms. Let me just open the calculator here. Open the calculator. So I'm just going to pick it. It's going to be really quick. So I'm just going to type in the numbers. So let's just pick these 5. Okay, so we have 1086533 plus, and I'm adding the market cap size because it tells you how much money is in it, right? So 96802,468 plus Ethereum Classic 950417708 plus 850540449 plus 844934887. So it gives you the grand total of all 5 of their market caps. Now we need the average, so you just divide it by 5 because you just got 5 coins. So this is the average market cap, okay? So simply, there's ways to find percentages, of course, but we're just gonna do it a very simple way. So we have one calculator open, and then let's look at their market cap. So that's the average size of these, 5 fintech or decentralized finance types of apps. And then we're just guessing here, right? So please keep that in mind. Some of these are not, decentralized finance. So we go back to, where is it? So we go back to cents here, and we see that cents only has 3 million USD. Okay, so we go back to the calculators. Okay, so it has, let's multiply this by 1%. I'm gonna copy it just in case I lose it. Let's copy that. Multiply it by 1%. There's obviously better ways to find a percentage, but I'm just gonna do this quickly. So we multiply by 1%. That's what, 7 million? Okay, so this only has 3 million in it, right? This has 3 million. So it looks like they're a 0.5%. So they're 0.5%. Let's just multiply it again, see if we can get close to that. So times 0.01 is 1%. So if we put another 0, that's 0.05%. Okay, so it looks like cents is only 0.05% of the market cap compared to the top 5 industry leaders. Do I think it's going to beat it? Okay, this is giving you that perspective I'm talking about. It's going to basically adapt your understanding of this, right? It adapts your understanding of what's really going on here. Like, are they really about to come up on these guys? Are they? Are they going to beat them? That's the question you have to ask yourself. 0.05%, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, that's the exact ratio that you need to beat the currency. There's no way anybody could tell you that. But what I could tell you is that if I have 3 different cryptocurrencies and one of them has, a 0.05% ratio and the other one has 2% of the market cap of the other ones, I'm going with the 2%. You understand what I'm saying? You compare, contrast cryptocurrencies. This is how you find the 1000x, right? You compare, contrast. All right, so let's move on. There's like kind of 3 points there for coin, economics or whatever. So let's jump into the next part. Hopefully you guys are taking notes. All right, so TA ratios, okay? Now, there's a lot of technical analysis ratios that you can use, okay? And it's usually with data. Now, there's this website that I use usually, but your cryptocurrency is most likely not going to be on there, but I'm going to use it for kind of informational purposes to explain to you guys what I'm talking about. It's called coinmetrics.co or .io. All right, so if you use their data, they have these charts, and you can make these charts for yourself. I've made them before. I'm going to be dropping it, in blockchain secrets, or I call it fundamental secrets. And let's launch the charts. And you could do this for your cryptocurrency if you know how to do it, and it's pretty straightforward. It's not the hardest thing in the world. But basically right here, we're looking at the price of Bitcoin here in USD value. And if I wanted to, one ratio would be the NVT ratio, the network volume transaction ratio. That basically means how many transactions are out there. So let's say we have 1,000 transactions and the coin price is $1 million. Okay, that was 10 years ago. Now let's say if we have 100,000 transactions and the coin price is only 50,000. That means the amount of transactions are far exceeding the ratio of how much the coin is worth. If you see that, then the price of the coin is most likely going to go up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I click NVT adjusted, you could see, now let's just do actually the moving average because it's a little bit more accurate. So you can literally see, right? So for example, transactions were going crazy. Right here is the red one's transactions. Transactions were going crazy, right? Right after, while they're going crazy, the price went up. Transactions dropped. Price went down. Transactions went up. You can see a little upswing. Keeps going up in transactions. Price keeps going up in transactions. Price keeps going up. Drop, starts dropping. Notice how it kind of follows it, right? So big transactions, right? Big transactions right there, price went up. Same thing here. So the more transactions you have, being that these are network cryptocurrencies, being that people buying them in communities, that's why we analyze the social media to make sure they have some good communities. That is a good predictor. When it comes to NVT ratio, you can literally go analyze it for yourself. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. And then let me open my Google Sheets. Let me show you how I did it. It's not completely finished, so bear with me here. But let me show you what I did to calculate. It's pretty straightforward to calculate the NVT ratio, and if you take enough time to do it, it'll be really worth your time. So I'm just going to open the price predictor I have here, and I'm going to jump to the NVT part. I wanted to give this for my people in my course so I can automatically do it. They don't really have to worry about it, kind of work off my back here. So I'm just going to go to coinmarketcap.com. My computer is being slow because there's so many tabs open. Just close some tabs. All right, so for example, go to CoinMarketCap, the front page. All you have to do is find the historical data of the cryptocurrency. So what we're looking for, like I told you guys, is the market cap divided by how much USD transaction volume per day. NVT ratio goes like this. Right, the NVT ratio is exactly right here, network value divided by daily transaction volume. The network value meaning how much money is in crypto. So all I did, this is an example of a coin. I don't remember exactly the coin this is. I think this is Bitcoin. It might be Bitcoin. No, I could be wrong. So right here is the daily transaction volume. And I got this by simply just copy and pasting the historical data of Bitcoin. So if you come over here, you can literally click historical data right there. And you can look, right here is the date. Right here is the price. This is basically the price, the open, the high, the low of the price during that day, and the volume and the market cap. So all you need right here is the volume and the market cap, right? And what you do is you get the median of all of them. This is really important to understand. So you get the median of all these market caps. So what does that mean? So you basically divide the median and every single market cap. And it's really simple. You can do it with a simple formula. All you have to do is, like, for example, if we look at this formula here, median market cap, median of the whole entire row of G. So this is the whole median market cap, and it gives you a number, okay? That number is the average, that's what the ratio, when it comes to the ratio, this is how we're gonna build it. That's the average market cap that Bitcoin has had in its whole entire future. I don't know if this is exactly Bitcoin, so bear with me here, but that is the market cap that they had for the whole entire history of Bitcoin. That is the median. That is like everything averaged out, okay? We do that, and then we do the same thing with transaction volume. You find the median of all the transaction volume, okay? That median, now we can literally divide it. So like I said, right here, divided by the median daily transaction volume will give us this number. So the average, the median NVT is 13, okay? So the median NVT is 13. Now, the day that you're about to buy the cryptocurrency, you can go and look, okay, what's the median today? Then you do the same thing, but instead of doing the median, you just take the day's market cap and you take the day's transaction volume. So I kind of did it here. You can see it from your eyes. The day that you're gonna buy it, what's the market cap and what's the transaction volume? You can see here that the NVT ratio is 1.39. Being that it's 1.39 means that this is severely undervalued. The lower the ratio is, the more undervalued the coin is. So on average, the amount of transactions is going to be equal to a 13 compared to the market cap. Today, it's 1.39. So basically what it's saying is Bitcoin's a phenomenal buy right now. Essentially, what I want you guys to get here is that there's all these types of ratios, all these fundamental ratios that you can find in cryptocurrency, and you can apply them to your charts. Okay, it just takes a little bit of math, it takes a little bit of effort, and NVT is one of them. Calculate and see if people are actually using the cryptocurrency if you're choosing to find the 1000x cryptocurrency, right? And I'm not going to dive into all of them. This video is already extremely long, so that's it for this video, guys. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you want me to make more videos just like this, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you don't like this video, of course, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with this technology, you will get left behind. Again, guys, join my private group. I'm literally paying people to talk about cryptocurrency. It's weird. You see that poster in the background? I've had 7 people ask me about that poster. I'll leave the link in the description below. It's called shillmerch.com. It's canvas, so it's thick. And you're not going to find it on Amazon or anywhere else in the world. Why? Because I made it myself. If you guys want to set up a consultation call with me, the link's in the description below. 30 minutes, I'll solve all your problems. If you need to talk about, some coins that got stuck in a, exchange or something, or how to make money in crypto. If you haven't made money in crypto, it's absolutely ridiculous. You definitely need to set it up. And I made it affordable for everybody. Okay, so again, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching this long. You're really a team player, man. Thanks for watching this. Catch you guys in the next one. 3, 2, 1, action. Look at the camera, baby. Go again.
Wait, I gotta look at.
Just literally don't say anything.
Look at what? This?
No, look at me. I'm